one of the songs that comes up in the first act is Earth Song. And many of the lyrics in this song touch on a project that we've just wrapped up for 2 years called Eco Art Treasure Coast. And so pay attention to the lyrics there, and it's part of the way art can engage with community in so many different levels. During tonight, you're going to see some activity over here on my left. Our live art team is creating a painting that's inspired by the works and the performances that you'll see on the stage tonight. On Monday, this will go up for bid on our website. So check out martinarts.org if you want to be part of the bidding process. All the funds raised support the Arts Council and the wonderful things we do to bring more art to our community. So, with no further ado, gives me great pleasure to bring to you tonight your host for this fabulous journey, Ms. Karen Barnes.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I've always had this dream about presenting an Oscar. And I couldn't help myself. I'm so embarrassed. But really, that's a fantasy. And tonight is not a fantasy. We will take you on a journey of transforming real dreams into vision, into goals, into reality, right here in front of your eyes. I'd like to begin our journey tonight with a brief excerpt from a poem by the British poet and naturalist Edgar O'Shaughnessy. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams. We are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. And we are going to do that tonight. We're going to move and shake you. But let's start at the beginning. And it seems that whether awake or asleep, we spend a lot of time dreaming, and it begins very early in life. It is suggested that we begin to dream before we are even born, in preparation for the incredible journey of birth. What parent has not gazed down with wonderment at their sleeping newborn baby, flitting their eyelids, frowning, smiling? Are they really dreaming? And what could they be dreaming about? So right now, let's all just take a step back to childhood just for a moment. And remember a favorite story about a little wooden puppet who dreamed of becoming a real live boy? Yes, Pinocchio took the sage advice of his friend, a little cricket named Jiminy, who told him how to make his dream come true. Please welcome our youngest performer of the evening, 10-year-old Madison Bailey, with Peter Jones at the piano performing When You Wish Upon a Star.
They pose
Musical talent seems to run in families. It certainly does with our next performers. Sisters, 13-year-old Hannah and 12-year-old Kyla Gasinger. Both began their music studies when they were just 4.5 on piano. And later they chose the instruments of their dreams, viola for Hannah and harp for Kyla. Like many of our young performers tonight, these young ladies perform with a number of local arts groups. You will see Hannah again later in the program performing with Bach's Children and the Treasure Coast Youth Symphony. These sisters are recognized throughout the Treasure Coast, performing numerous recitals together, as well as winning prestigious awards and acclaim for their talent. Tonight, they will first perform a duet, the ethereal, dreamlike The Swan from Carnival of the Animals, transcribed here for harp and viola from the original cello version. And then Kyla will treat us to the harp Tour de Force, l'Égyptien. Then we have two wonderfully gifted pianists who will be collaborating with Hannah and Kyla. Moral Bohululi, a sophomore at Martin County High School, and Karolina Poderski, a junior at the Pine School, who both are students from the Stewart School of Music, which, by the way, not only provides quality music instruction and has done so for over 17 years, but in 2009, did you know that after an environmentally sensitive renovation of their facility, they became the first green music school in the state of Florida? Yeah. Stewart happens here. Moral and Carolina, now both 16, also began their musical studies at the very tender age of 5. Both have been given numerous honors and awards locally and nationally for their exceptional musicianship. Tonight, they will play Tango for Two, which has been arranged by Thomas Bold, the music director of St. Bernadette's right here, especially for tonight's performance. I guess we're going to have to rename that piece Tango for Four. Ladies, you have the stage. Wasn't that just exquisite? I mean, they look like angels. They play like angels, and one of them even plays the harp. Okay. Well, it was the dream of founding music director Doug Jewett to provide our community with an opportunity for singers of all ages to continue their lifelong passion to sing beautiful music and develop their vocal technique, and to learn repertoire and have the camaraderie which comes from believing and working towards a common goal. Okay. Just between us, because he's too busy. He'll never hear this. Doug, and I don't know if you know this, but he has a beautiful tenor voice. He's a really wonderful singer. But, this is one of his dreams, but the other one is that he confided into me that he thinks he might take a world tour a la Andrea Bocelli as a solo tenor. And I adore him. I truly do, and he is a wonderful artist. But I said, Doug, I think you should keep your day job. He didn't hear anything. In June of 2003, the Treasure Coast Community Singers started with 7 members, and today there are over 150. And tonight they will perform 3 selections. Written at the invitation of the Cancer Research Center in the United Kingdom, Look to the Day has us look to the hope of the future, to a cure. Don't look back, but look to the future, to the things that are to come. Dream a Dream, recorded and popularized by Charlotte Church, takes the singer and the audience to a dream of paradise. And then, of course, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes is the wonderful song of hope from the Disney classic Cinderella, where, in the end, everyone's dreams come true. Please welcome the Treasure Coast Community Singers under the direction of Doug Jewett.
to find fortune that is smiling on you. Don't let your heart be filled with sorrow, for all you know tomorrow. Dream that you wish will come true.
Tonight, we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Arts Council. But our next performing group is now in its 40th year and has the distinction of being the oldest community theater on the Treasure Coast, the Barn Theater. You know, dreaming of performing and acting in the theater setting is not just a preoccupation of adolescence. Many individuals in our community may have started out their lives, thinking, this is really what I want to do. This is what I'm dreaming about, having a life in the theater. But life changes sometimes, and it takes different turns, and they had to make choices to pursue other occupations and lifestyles. But you see, the Barn Theater offers them another resource, another opportunity to bring those earlier dreams back in their lives and express their acting, directing, and live theater talents. Tonight, the Barn Theater will present 2 short dramatic scenes from their upcoming production of The Cemetery Club by Ivan Michel. This hilarious comedy is kind of reminiscent of The Golden Girls, okay? It's funny. However, but within the comedic banter, one senses that there is a very serious message addressing the very different struggles of 3 lifelong friends in their quest to find themselves and live full, complete lives after losing their husbands. Scene 1 finds the girls in the cemetery chatting with their late husbands. Scene 2 finds them saying goodbye to one of their own. And I guess maybe the moral or the lesson in this is that we each must find the way to move forward through life in our own way, struggling and letting go of the past while allowing